Hi students, welcome to my channel. Now in this episode I am going to discuss the chapter complex numbers. First, what is the definition of complex numbers? What are different particulars of a complex numbers? I am going to discuss now. See that first complex numbers. First of all, what is the definition of a complex number? What is the definition of a complex number? Anyone? So definition. Any number is of the form x plus iy where I equal to root minus 1, comma, x and y are real numbers is called a complex number. So, any number, simply any number of the form x plus iy where I equal to root minus 1. Any number of the form x plus iy where I equal to root minus 1 and x comma y are real numbers is called a complex number. Is called a complex number. In other words also we can define simple definition, that is any number contains I is called a complex number. Is called a complex number. For example, x plus iy form is, we can write it as 2 plus 3i minus 3 plus 4i. We can write as 3 also complex number. Why? 3 can be expressed as 3 plus I into 0. We are expressing in this form now x plus iy, where 3 comma 0 belongs to real numbers. So we can express this way. Suppose we can write like this as 2 into 2 plus I. Another example, 2 minus I into I plus 2. This is also another complex form. These are the examples for the complex numbers. Next, after completing of the definition of complex number, different particulars of a complex numbers we have to learn. Different particulars of a complex number. What are the different particulars of a complex numbers? First point, real and imaginary parts. Real and imaginary parts. Second one, first one is real and imaginary part. Second one, representation of a complex number. Representation of a complex number. In the organ plane. The third point, modulus of a complex number. Modulus. The fourth one, argument of a complex number. These are the four important particulars argument. These are the four particular things about the complex numbers. First, one by one, I am going to discuss now. First, I am going to discuss real and imaginary parts. Real and imaginary. Of a complex number. This is the first identity. If z equal to x plus iy is a complex number, where x comma y belongs to R and I equal to root minus 1. In this z, x is called a real part of a complex number. Y is called imaginary part. Imaginary. This is denoted by x. The real part of z, you can write it as x can be written as a real part of z and y can be written as imaginary part of z. Imaginary part of z. After that, in this real and imaginary part, three important things you have to learn that. If x is equal to 0, in this complex number x is equal to 0, then z will become what? Iy. I represents imaginary. So the complex number z will become imaginary number, imaginary complex number. So it is imaginary number, imaginary complex number, complex number. Whenever x is equal to 0, z will become purely imaginary. That is, z is purely imaginary. When it is possible, whenever x is equal to 0, first bullet point is, if x is equal to 0, then z will become purely imaginary. Suppose if y equal to 0, then z will become x. X means what? X is clearly real part. So x is equal to real part of complex number or real complex number. A real complex number. So that is when y equal to 0, that means if y equal to 0, z will becomes, z is purely real. When y is equal to 0, z is purely real. When x is equal to 0, z is purely imaginary. Suppose if z is equal to 0, that means x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 0, what happens? Z will becomes, then z is equal to 0 plus into 0I. That means this, here two possibilities are there. We can assume that z is equal to 0 or z is equal to 0 into I. Two possibilities we can write. Z is equal to 0 plus 0I. Either z is equal to 0 or z is equal to 0 into I. Either it is purely real or purely imaginary. That means it's both. When x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, the complex number will become like this. In the next, we have to discuss about the representation of a complex number. Here, you have to remember x is equal to 0 means what? X is equal to what here? Real number. That means real part of z is equal to 0, then z will become purely imaginary. Then z is purely imaginary. Here also same thing you have to write. That is, y means what? Imaginary number. Imaginary of complex number is 0, then z is equal to purely real. Like this you have to represent, it will be looking good, and in exam also they will ask like this way. The real part of z is equal to 0 and imaginary part of z is equal to 0. Now, the second part of a different particulars of a complex number is a representation of a complex number. Generally, this is the coordinate system. This is origin, x-axis, y-axis. Whereas in complex numbers, the complex number z is equal to x plus iy can be represented as ordered pair x comma y. This ordered pair can be represented in complex numbers. This x-axis is called real axis. Real axis. And y-axis is called imaginary axis. Imaginary axis. Now, real axis and imaginary axis, including the origin, is called complex plane. Is called complex plane. Generally, x comma y we can represent in the plane. P of x comma y, we know that from here to here distance is y, from here to here distance is x. Join like this, it is a right angle triangle. Here, root of x square plus y square, we are taking distance from point O to P is equal to R. We can write it as generally x comma y. This complex number representing in the ordered pair form x comma y. You remember, this is very important thing. Most of the times, most of the problems you are writing, suppose if it is given as 2 plus 3i, you can write as 2 comma 3. Now, the complex number z plus x plus iy represents as a ordered pair x comma y. The above plane is called orgone plane. Orgone plane, or another name is there, or complex plane, simply complex plane, or one other name is there, Gaussian plane. Gaussian Gaussian plane. He is a scientist, mathematician. So, like this, you have to represent. This is the real axis, this is the imaginary axis. This is the representation of a complex number in the complex plane or orthogonal plane or Gaussian plane. Here R represents square root of it is a right angle triangle. Therefore, root of x square plus y square. We can represent the point in the plane. This is like in coordinate system, but we can represent in the complex form is. That is the reason this axis will be orthogonal plane. Now, third particular, modulus of a complex number. What is modulus of a complex number? The modulus of a complex number is the third point we are explaining now. The modulus of a complex number is the distance from origin. The modulus of a complex number is the distance from origin. That is, if z is equal to x plus iy, that can be expressed as x comma y. If z is equal to x comma y, then the modulus of a z, the modulus of z is defined as mod z, which is equal to OP, which is equal to square root of x square plus y square. So mod z is equal to square root of OP equal to square root of x square plus y square. That is, mod z is equal to, in other words, square root of x means what? Real part of z plus y means what? Imaginary part of z. So the sum of the squares of real and imaginary part of a complex number is called modulus of a complex number. In the orthogonal plane, if you observe that this is O, the P of x comma y, in other words, in the complex number x plus iy, the distance from origin to the point to the point P or a complex number z is OP. This is equal to mod z. This is called modulus of a complex number. Next, last point in this, argument of a complex number. What is the definition of argument of a complex number? The argument of a complex number is the angle. The argument of a complex number is the angle which the line joining the number represented in orthogonal plane to the origin makes with positive real axis. How we are going to represent? This is the complex plane or orthogonal plane. This is the imaginary axis. This is the real axis. Real axis. This is imaginary axis. This is the origin. This is the complex number z is equal to x plus iy. We can write it as x comma y as an ordered pair. Therefore, p of x comma y. Now, according to the definition of argument, the argument of a complex number is the line joining of the argument of a complex number. Here I will write the definition. What is that argument? is the fourth point. The argument of a complex number is the angle. The argument of a complex number is the angle which the complex number represented the complex number represented as the line joining the point P of x comma y and the origin which makes an angle with positive real axis. So that only here, positive real axis, positive angle it is. From here to here distance we know that it is y. From here to here distance is x. It's anyway it is right angle to triangle. It is root of x square plus y square, which is equal to, or if you assume that means distance between origin to the point in the complex plane. From this we can write it as, from this triangle OP, and here suppose A, if you take OPA, cos theta you can calculate. Cos theta is equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse, x divided by square root of x square plus y square, and sin theta if you calculate, sin theta is equal to y divided by square root of x square plus y square. So what is the need to calculate sin theta cos theta? Here they mentioned that the represented as the line joining the point and origin, which makes an angle positive real axis. Whenever two points are there, angle it will be there. You can calculate the slope. Slope is denoted by what? Tan theta. So tan theta, how to write? Sin theta by cos theta. So sin by cos, which is equal to sin theta by cos theta, means both the denominators will be cancelled. It will become y by x. That implies tan theta is equal to y by x. Theta equal to tan, we can take this as tan inverse of y by x. So therefore, now onwards, you remember here theta is called argument of a complex number. Na? So theta equal to tan inverse of y by x. This value is called argument of a complex number. Z is equal to x plus iy. Is called argument of a complex number. Argument, or in other words, it is amplitude. In other words, amplitude. Of a complex number. So these are very important. Argument of a complex number or amplitude of a complex number. Both are same. Amplitude of a complex number or argument of a complex number, both will be same. It is denoted by like this. Argument of z, arg of z is equal to theta is equal to tan inverse of y by x. Even here amplitude AMPL, amplitude of z is equal to theta also we can write. Here you have a very important note. You remember Here I will write it. Here we are discussing about some angle. No? The argument of any point lying in the interval, the argument of a complex number that means complex number means any point in x comma y na lying in the interval open interval of minus pi comma closed pi. Very important this one. The argument of a complex number or a point lying in the interval open interval of minus pi to plus pi closed interval, open minus pi closed pi. This is called a principal argument. This is called principal argument. This interval is called principal argument. More 5 minutes discussion is that means suppose the point in first quadrant, what is that argument of a complex number? If the point in the second quadrant, what is the argument? If the point in third quadrant, what is the argument? If the point in the fourth quadrant, what is the argument of a complex number? That we will discuss, and after that we will end this session. Okay, after that. The last concept, rules to find the principal argument for the complex number. Suppose z equal to x plus iy, where x comma y belongs to R and non-zero numbers, theta equal to tan inverse of y by x. This is the argument of a complex number z. Suppose the point based on, suppose the point P belongs to quadrant 1, P belongs to quadrant 2, P belongs to quadrant 3, P belongs to quadrant 4. In first quadrant, suppose case 1 if you take, P equal to x comma y belongs to Q1. In first quadrant we know that x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. So x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0. Whenever x is greater than 0, y is greater than 0, the argument of a complex number is, argument of z is equal to theta, that is equal to tan inverse of y by x. This is about the case 1. Suppose if it is the point in the second quadrant, the P will becomes minus x comma y, which belongs to Q2. That means x is less than 0 and y is greater than 0. At this time, the point, the argument is defined as, argument of z is equal to pi minus theta. Here it is theta. Here it is pi minus theta. If you want to calculate Q3, this is exactly opposite to, that means image. So minus of pi minus theta. That means what? Theta minus pi. If you want to calculate fourth quadrant argument, here theta means minus theta, clearly. So that logic you have to understand that. Pi minus theta, which is equal to pi minus tan inverse of y by x. This is about the second case. Case 3. In the case 3, the point is minus x minus y, which is belongs to Q3. Q3 means what? X is less than 0, y is also less than 0. Argument of complex number z is equal to minus of this value, that means theta minus pi, which is equal to theta means what? Tan inverse of y by x minus pi. That is the argument of a complex number when the point is belongs to third quadrant. The last one. If the point is belongs to fourth quadrant, case 4, p equal to x comma minus y, it belongs to Q4. X is greater than 0 and y is less than 0. That time, the argument of a complex number a or g is equal to negative of first quadrant, that means minus theta, which is equal to argument of z is equal to minus tan inverse of y by x if it is in fourth quadrant. These are the cases when the point is belongs to which quadrant, what is the argument. Like this, we have to discuss in the table. In the coming days, in the coming episodes, after completing of this one, we will discuss the properties of a complex number. After that, problems based on complex numbers we will discuss. Thank you very much for watching my videos. If you have any doubts regarding this, you can write to my inbox. I will clarify your doubts.